today we're talking about this subject because of the fact that we keep seeing these news reports popping up with stepfathers attacking the children, stepmothers attacking the children attacking the step parents. So how about, and then sometimes when they call them step parents, these people are not even married. You know what I mean? They just put that in the newspaper. I don't even know why, but whatever. Let's talk about it, because when are there universal times or signs to know when it's an appropriate time to introduce someone you're dating to your child? Shannon says never.
What does Shannon say?
Never.
Never. I'm almost there with him.
Yeah, me too. but that's not actually realistic though. Let's be honest.
It's not realistic.
Yeah.
And I'm an example of that as well too, because I was a single father for a very long time. When my son was around 1, his mom said she didn't want to be a parent anymore. Yeah. So I said, okay, then drop off my child and go about your business. So I ended up raising him by myself for a very long while, until teenage years. Yeah. And for me, even in my younger days, because I was younger at the time, no one met my son. Yeah. No one knew what he looked like or anything of that sort. If we happened to meet on the street by accident, it was, this is my friend. It was never a formal introduction or anything. Exactly. So he didn't know anyone that I was talking to or dating, especially earlier on in the relationship. Parents have to be considerate of their kids. And a lot of times parents don't, especially Jamaican parents, thinking that kids don't have a say in anything and it doesn't matter what they think and who they think. Remember, kids have feelings. Yep. Their opinions should matter. I'm not saying only their opinion should matter, but their opinion should matter. Yes. Remember, we are the ones who teach children, and we teach them respect for themselves. We also teach them respect for you. And so if you are introducing a bag of people into your children's life, what are you teaching them as they go forward in life? Exactly. And what respect are they going to have for you? If you don't even respect yourself, then how are they going to respect you?
And that's a big thing. So, I don't think a lot of people realize that. If you are letting yourself be disrespected in front of your child, do you even understand the mental triggers you're putting in their head and mind and way you could be shaping them just by them viewing that?
Well, what you're teaching that child at that point is that it's also okay for them to be respected, disrespected, I should say. Because if mommy and daddy can be disrespected, then I guess it's okay. So if I grew up and someone wants to slap me or take advantage of me and take all my money or beat me, whatever the case might be, then it's okay, because that's what I saw mommy and daddy get. Yep. So it must be, that's the lesson that we're teaching the children when they grow up. Yeah. That this is okay and this is an acceptable form of behavior. So I would say, be very, very mindful of when you're introducing, especially if a breakup with their father or their mother is very recent. Yeah. If it's a recent one, you want the child to get used to this new normal for them. Right. You don't want to introduce someone so early into them, because they may think you're trying to replace their parent. Mm-hmm. They may look at this as a replacement, and because it's so soon, they grow resentment towards this new person, and they grow resentment towards you as well too. Yeah. And so now they think you're trying to replace their parent, their father or their mother, by introducing this new person. So we have to be mindful of that. And then the last thing I will touch on is kids, especially the ones who are younger, they may either get confused because they don't know who this person really is, right? Or the older ones may think you're trying to replace them. Yeah. They may look at this person as competition.
But not even,
they're going to look at this person as someone who is taking their time,
taking their mom away or taking their dad away. We've all seen it when we bring anybody, even if we're not dating them, and they come too close. A kid is quick to be like, that's my daddy. But I mean, I want to talk about the fact that people are introducing their kids before they even get to know these people. So these people could be predators that they're bringing in their house. These people could.
I'm getting there. I'm getting to that part as well. Then. No, it's a great lead-in. It's a great lead-in. Yeah. Because that's the next thing I was getting to. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be facetious, a little bit feisty when I say this. If you don't know someone's middle name, why are you introducing the child to them?
Hello.
If you don't know where someone lives, if you don't know their history, their background, if you don't know their financial situation, you don't know their job, you don't even know how much money they have in their bank account, if they have a bank account, you don't know their credit score, you don't know anything about this person. Why are you introducing a child to someone that you barely know as well? Exactly. If you don't know if they have a history of domestic abuse, or if they have a criminal history as well too, there's so many unknowns.
Do they take care of their own kids?
Learn. Do they take care of their own children? Do they take care of their parents? Do they get along with their parents? Do they get along with their family? Do they even have anyone that they introduce themselves? There's so many things that we can look at for someone. And if they don't have a relationship with their family, you want to find out why. Because it might be valid, but you want to find out why.
Absolutely.
If someone's family is locking them off, why are you picking them up?
Absolutely.
Right. So there's so many things that we need to investigate when it comes to a relationship, and introducing your child prematurely is something we don't want to do. Learn the person's name, learn their history, learn their background. What's their job? What are their moral values? Are they a Christian? Are they not? Do they believe in certain things that you believe in? Do they uphold? What is their thought on discipline with children?
Absolutely.
What are their thoughts on rearing children? You know, there's so many things. Are they polygamous? Are they the person who wants to fool around with
well,
there's so many things.
Here's one of the things that we automatically don't really pay. Well, not we. I'm not one of y'all, but a lot of women. I'm just not. A lot of y'all don't pay attention to is the fact of how does he deal with the other kids. A lot of women literally sit down and let men talk bad about their other baby mamas, and that is like the dumbest thing you can ever do.
That's a flag.
It is the biggest.
That's a flag.
The minute you start disrespecting your baby mama to me, there is no dating you, bro, because you just trying to do the same thing to me that you done did to her. You done left a baby over there to be taken care of. So I'm gonna pick you up and introduce you to my kids, because clearly you don't stay around.
So here's a first thing for me. If you refer to the mother of your children as a baby mama, we're done. Or a baby father, we're done.
Sometimes baby mama be sexy though. Like, you like, that's my baby mama. That's just my baby daddy. Who that is? My baby daddy. Rihanna had the baby daddy shirt on. It's not always bad. I'm just saying.
I'll say 99% of the time when that moniker is used, it's never in a positive way.
Sometimes
it's never in a positive way. 99% of the time, it's not a positive way. There is that 1% that, I might let you get away with it. I might let you get away with it.
Come here, baby daddy. What's good, baby daddy? Come here, baby daddy.
That might sound a little cute.
See.
I'm gonna move on from that.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. You are so right. When you are disrespecting the mother of your child or the father of your child, if you don't have enough respect for that person in that regard, what makes me any different?
Yep.
What makes you give me respect that they don't even deserve?
Exactly. And she don't bore your child.
They bore your child. You had a life with them. You're dismissing the entire history that you had with this person. Now, let's say it wasn't a life that you had with them and it was a quick thing, a quick flick. They're still the parent of your child.
Exactly.
And they deserve some decorum of respect. And if you can't elevate yourself to that point of being respectful, then I doubt you're going to be respectful to me. So how they speak about their exes, how they speak about the mother of their children, how they speak about their family, these are huge indicators of what will happen to you and how they will speak with you. Watch the behaviors. Remember, we spoke about the non-negotiables. Watch the behaviors that come across, and respect for someone's family is very, very important. That will give you an indication of how they will be with you.
How they deal with others, especially service workers, like as something simple as going out to eat, how they treat people. That's a big one for me.
My gosh, you're so right. When you treat people, what's the saying? The measure of a man is not how he treats people when they're paying attention. It's how they treat people when they're not. And so when you look at how someone is treating someone who is considered lesser than them, that's a great indicator of the morals that this person have and the high regard that they have as well, too. And so watch people's behavior. These dates are not about only finding out how much you have in common. It's not about getting the goody feeling and the butterflies in the stomach.
It's not just because he brought you KFC for you and the kids. No, bro, sis. No, tell them to leave the KFC at the gate. Don't come in to meet the kids. Just thank you. Appreciate it. I'll see you when I get a babysitter one day. And if I don't, I can't see you. It just is what it is. The kid's supposed to come first. Ain't nobody tell you to have them if you ain't want them.
So here's an interesting thing as well, too. I had this person bring it up and, they said, oh, I was with this guy and someone said something to me and he went off on them and he was cussing the person because they said something. But I'm like, what do you think that this is indicative of?
Yeah.
This is indicative of possessiveness. When they're going off on someone else because of how they treat you, you can be viewed as a possession.
I don't know. It depends on the situation. Because sometimes.
No, but you're just dating someone. You just met this person. You guys are just freshly going out, and he's
if
already
I am
yelling
just freshly going out with somebody, and I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying every scenario, because I do listen to you on the broader scale. However, like say me and him go out to eat, and some dude just walk up behind me and grab my behind or something crazy. See,
that's
like
a different story.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a scenario for it. I mean, if somebody just say, if somebody just is just stupid, and then they go, yeah, that's different.
That's those are the situations.
But that's but I want you to buck up. Nuck if you buck when they do stuff like that. Buck.
No, there is a certain sense of protection and feeling that this person has your back and will protect you.
Yeah.
What we're talking about are not those moments where they do need to come to your defense and pick it up. I'm talking about silly little moments
things,
where they take little things and blow them out to be huge things. And it's like, well, it wasn't that big a deal, but he kind of went off and he was cursing, and it's like, what did the person do? They just kind of opened the door for me and held it. Yo, bro, why you opening the door for my girl?
I was in that.
I got this.
An old man. I was in a grocery store. Story of my baby father. He's absolute Satan. But anyway, I was in the grocery store. This is like the day before we really ended up breaking up. And some old white dude just started talking to me. So I'm talking to the old white dude who's standing in the grocery line. And as soon as we get in the car, it's an argument of how I have to flirt with the white old dude, and I must like white meat, and it's a white thing for me, and like literally. And in my head, I'm like, why am I even sitting next to your ignorant behind? As pregnant may be, get at. These
are the things I'm referring to. Yeah. These are triggers. These are things to look for. These are, and we dismiss them all the time. We dismiss it, and that's just who he is. That's just how she is.
Or maybe I did look a little too flirtatious. Maybe I did look a little too flirtatious. We'll second guess ourselves, even though we know we wasn't flirting with this.
What we're doing is we're making excuses and we're taking the blame on ourselves. Yep. Okay, well, maybe I did say hi in a certain way that I shouldn't have said hi. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have said thank you. I should have just walked through the door and let it be. Is it on me? Is it my fault? Listen, self-reflection is great.
Yeah.
But blaming yourself is a completely different story for other people's mistakes and other people's challenges. And that's what we do way too often. Yeah. We take up other people's burdens upon ourselves, and we make their burden become ours.
I used to do that a lot. Never again. Yeah. But back to the kids, though. So
we learn. We learn as we grow.
Yeah, we're saying as the kids come into the picture, there's not really a time that you could say. You can't say a month. You can't say 2 months. You can't say 3 months. So you're saying basically when you really, truly, 100% feel comfortable with the person, but you got some crazy people out there that just meet somebody. And
that's the thing. That's the thing, because somebody's comfort level could be just, I met them yesterday and all of a sudden they woke up in the morning and, right next to me, and I'm making breakfast for them and the kids at the exact same time. And we just met yesterday. Oh, he's a good person based on what? She's a good person based on what's their last name? Yeah. What's their middle name? Where do they live?
Yeah.
What's their phone number? Can you say by heart? Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't think I can say my.
Nobody don't know phone numbers by heart no more. Wait, that's not a thing anymore. Hey, the funniest thing is I can still tell you my grandma number from back in the day though. 860-246-3078. You know what I'm saying?
416-752-1920. That's my mom's number. I remember that number.
I will never forget.
No, but the new numbers. Now people change numbers too often these days. You can't keep up with it.
They can't keep up. They just be saved in your phone. All right. Well, to all the parents out there, I know a lot of women is frustrating more so than the men because you're the ones normally with custody, especially when you've been left single. There are single dads out there, but there's a lot more single women, and they feel like, now I can't date and my life is over. I mean, just give them some words of encouragement that they can use outside of just meeting strangers and introducing them to your kids, sis.
It's such an interesting thing that you said, my life is over. I think what we need to remember is my life is transitioning.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's over. We're going through a transition. I said to someone yesterday that we never fail. Yeah. We learn or we succeed, and that's it. We learn from situations that present and we take it as life lessons and we move on from it. But your life is not over. It's not done. Your life and your worth is not tied to someone. Right. Your life and your worth is not tied to a mate, a partner, or having someone in your life. They may complement your life and they may help you get through it, but your worth isn't tied to you being with someone and being in a relationship with someone. So your life is transitioning, and you're transitioning into a new period, right? I said actually this morning that someone was having a bad day, and I said, okay, we'll fix it next quarter. I said, what do you mean next quarter? I said, divide your day into 4 quarters, just like sports. If the first quarter you have a bad experience, do you just give up and quit on the entire game?
No, you do not.
You wait until the next quarter and then you start. Change. And then you said, I'm going to make this one better and I'm going to finish out on top. And then the third one you finish up. Divide your days into quarter. And that was just a quarter that did not work out very well. We're moving on to the next with positivity.
Exactly.
We're moving on with energy. We're moving on with faith and conviction.
Yep.
But your life is not over. It's just transitioning. We're going on to the next phase.
And if your mind tells you having a boyfriend is one of the most important things, try not to have kids. I'm just being honest. Just don't have kids, because once you have a kid, that is your responsibility. That is your focus. And that is where your focus should be. I mean, if you got to take a couple years off of dating for the baby that you chose to have, then that's what you need to do. And stop making society raise kids, and stop trying to find a replacement daddy or a replacement mommy without verifying their quality of human worth, you know?
Or take a couple of years off for you.
Yeah.
Take a couple of years off to get.
It's not really bad. It's not bad, ladies. I'm telling you, it's not bad. And trust me, taking years off doesn't exactly always mean celibacy either. But that's another story. So, yes, Coach Wayde, where can people find you and follow you?
You know I'm light skinned, right? You know I blush around here. Don't do that to me. So take 2 steps forward. That's the easiest way to grab me. If you need to get some advice, you want to talk through some situations, take 2 steps forward. Is the Instagram and the website that you can go and get in touch with me anytime you want.
All of that good stuff. So make sure you do that, Bridge Nation. We got to pause for the cause. Thank you again, Coach Wayde. I'll see you next week,
like
Tuesday.
Always. All right. Take care. Bye.